Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and we're taking a look today at a foldable keyboard from a company called iClever. And this is a neat little device that gives you a full-size keyboard in something that is relatively small, and it is backlit to some degree as well, so you can see part of it in the dark. And we're going to be taking a closer look at this little keyboard in just a second, but I do want to let you know, in the interest of full disclosure, this came in free of charge from iClever. However, all the opinions you're about to hear are my own. Nobody is paying for this review, nor has anyone reviewed or approved what you're about to see before it was uploaded. So let's get into it now and see what this keyboard is all about. So let's take a closer look now at the hardware. It's got a nice metal casing to it. It also has these plastic hinges that don't feel as sturdy to me. But when you open it up, it does hold itself in place pretty nicely, and I was able to use it on my lap. I'm very pleased with the key layout. They're full size. They have decent travel to them. It actually feels very nice while you're typing on it, and I was quite pleased with just how close to a regular laptop keyboard this feels. Over the weekend, my MacBook Pro's keyboard finally went out. The spacebar is kaput, and I was using this all weekend to get all of my weekend work done, and I was really having no problem getting used to it and typing on it. So from a comfort standpoint, it's actually a very nice keyboard, and I was quite pleased with that. They do have these little feet that they suggest you pop down on it here to have it stable on a desk, and once you do that, you are good to go and you can start typing to your heart's content. It really is a nice keyboard. Now it costs $47, and they have another version of this without a backlight that costs about $10 less. And I wasn't all that impressed with the backlight on it. It's not evenly lit. It does have two brightness settings, but I found that some of the keys aren't lighting up at all, like the X key, as you can see here in this shot of the keyboard in the dark. Now you can also switch it to other colors, blue and red, and I found that as you went through the colors, it got even dimmer. So the red one was barely visible, even in a dark room. The blue one was visible, but not as bright as the green. I also found that if you turn the backlight off, the next time you unwrap the keyboard, it turns itself back on. And what's interesting is that the battery life on this drops significantly when the backlight is on. They rate it for only 4 hours of use with the backlight running, but you get 300 hours or thereabouts when it is off. So you'll have to remember just to hit that function key and the light bulb button here to turn off that backlight every time you turn it on or off. Otherwise, your battery life will suffer. It does charge through the USB connector here at the top. Now, it weighs about 10 ounces or 283 grams, and they also give you a little velvety pouch that it can go inside of for transport as well. Let's hook it up now to my Mac and to an iPad and see how it works with both devices. All right, so I've got the keyboard connected wirelessly to my iPad here, and I can type out the word test. As you can see, that works just fine. But I also have it wired via USB to my MacBook, and if I switch modes from Bluetooth to USB, I'll be able to type on the MacBook here just the same way. There you go, and you can go on from there. Now, if we want to switch back to the iPad, I can switch it back to wireless mode here just by hitting function 1, and that will take a second to repair, but now we're back on the iPad once more. You can only pair up one thing at a time, but it's kind of nice that you can plug it into something and then still retain that Bluetooth pairing. One other thing to note on here is that it does have a light at the top to indicate when the caps lock is on, and when you're in USB mode, I found that it will light up green here in the middle to let you know that you are not only charging off your computer, but also controlling it as well. So you can see how that works. And that's pretty much it. It's a nice little keyboard. The backlight, though, is not perfect on it, and I was expecting a little bit more given that they are kind of charging a premium price for it. So if you're looking at this for the backlight, it is functional, but not great. You'll be able to see it in the dark provided you leave it on green, but it's not going to be uniform in illumination, and that might be something that'll bother some folks. But again, if you need a light, you got it. If not, save the 10 bucks and go with the other keyboard. Until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters, the 4 Guys with Quarters podcast, Tom Albrecht, Brian Parker, and Kalyan Kumar. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to Lon.TV/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit Lon.TV/s.